Blessings and peace to you. This is SbFavor Thinking Podcast, and my name is sbfavor. How are you doing today? It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen, because there are no benefits to focusing on the negative things. When you sit around focusing on the negative things, that means you are giving your energy to something that you do not want. So focus on what is good. When you focus on what is good and you focus on what is positive, that means you are giving your energy to all that is good and all that is positive, and it gives energy to manifest something that is good. So focus on what is good today. I hope everyone is having a very good Wednesday. And if you are out there traveling about today, or whatever it is you're doing today, don't forget to pray, because praying is the most important thing you can do. We're living in some serious times all over the world. So make sure you pray, and make sure if you are traveling about in the public, make sure you are not distracted by being on your phone too much, because many people are sometimes distracted by being on their cell phones too much in the public, and you should be paying more attention to your environment. So I always remind you of these things because I care. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just reminding you of what is good for you because I care. That's right. Also, I want to remind you, if you want to give to the podcast, if you want to donate to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SbFavor, or you can give at Venmo at SbFavor. And if you are not comfortable using the applications to give, you can send me a direct message on Facebook at the SbFavor Thinking Podcast page, and I will give you instructions on how you can support and give to the podcast. Also, I want to remind you to support Feeding America. Feeding America is a great organization that provides food for families across the nation. And if you want to find out more about Feeding America, please go to their website at feedingamerica.org. Once again, make sure you support Feeding America. It's a great organization that provides food for families across the nation. And you can find out more at feedingamerica.org. And lastly, I want to remind you, if you know someone, or if you would like to take English lessons, public speaking lessons, if you want to improve how you do presentations, and if you want to improve and learn better English delivery when you are doing a meeting, or if you just want to improve how you speak, please make an appointment at icsbiz1.com. Once again, you can improve your English, learn public speaking, make an appointment at icsbiz1.com, and that's BIZ, the number 1.com, icsbiz1.com. And you can make an appointment so that you can improve how you speak and learn different methods to have more self-control, more confidence, and all that good stuff when it comes to being a better English speaker. You can make an appointment at icsbiz1.com. Go to the website and check it out and make an appointment, or share it with someone that you know would like to improve their English. Okay. Well, the title of this episode is just an inspirational random quote that I was thinking about earlier today and yesterday. And first, I want to ask you a question. And the question is this: why do you think it is important to love people unconditionally? That's the question I want to ask you. And I want you to just think about it. Before you try to come up with an answer, just think about it. Think about it for a second. Yes, think about it, and you will have your own answer, because everybody has a different answer as to why we should love unconditionally. And so that's what I want to talk about today real quick. And this is an inspirational quote just to encourage you, just to give you some information on this topic. Why? Why should we love unconditionally? We should love people unconditionally because it allows us to see their worth beyond their flaws, mistakes, and differences. Every person, every family member, every friend, every stranger is very important. They are very important. And all of us have flaws. All of us make mistakes. All of us have differences, disagreements. We all have flaws. Unfortunately, we were all born into a situation that is not perfect. So we all have flaws. So we should love people unconditionally because it allows us to see their worth beyond their flaws, mistakes, and differences. That is why we should love people unconditionally. But I want you to think about that as well. Unconditional love builds trust, it promotes healing, and it encourages growth for both the person receiving it and the person that's giving unconditional love. It is so important to understand the power of this because I know we all want to be loved, but sometimes when people say the wrong things and do the wrong things, the first thing we do is, oh, I don't want to talk to them no more, or I don't want to be bothered with them. Yes, we all have done that. And so unconditional love, we got to think about the benefits of it. Because it builds trust, it promotes healing, and it encourages growth. Think about those three things for a second. It builds trust, promotes healing, and encourages growth. And I just think those three things are the benefits. If you want to promote healing, if you want to encourage growth in your relationships, if you want to build trust in your relationships, then you have to stay in a position to love unconditionally. When you love without conditions, you create a safe space for honesty and vulnerability. You strengthen relationships because love isn't dependent on performance. No, it's not. Because all of us, we're not perfect. And sometimes you simply have to make the adjustment to just love people for who they are, good, bad, or indifferent. Unconditional love reflects the kind of compassion you would hope to receive in your own low moments. You help break cycles of judgment, fear, and insecurity when you love unconditionally. It doesn't mean you should ignore wrong behavior or tolerate harm. It means caring for the person while still addressing issues with truth and kindness. Unconditional love is powerful because it connects to who someone is, not just what they do. That's right. So think about everything that I just mentioned. The three benefits of unconditional love. It builds trust, it promotes healing, and it encourages growth. Unconditional love. Those three things are the three benefits and the reasons, plural, why we should love unconditionally. And I know sometimes it's difficult because people can say some crazy things and we all have sometimes, unfortunately, negative thoughts. And that's one of the reasons why I always talk about maintaining your thought life and trying to be more positive, because you have to hear and see through a lens of love. Because when you hear and see through a lens of love, you will develop a tolerance for people that have certain types of imperfections. And like I said, I know it is not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy. Well, what I am saying is be willing with your will to have willingness to decide and make a decision and have a choice to choose to love unconditionally. This is what I was talking about today with one of my students. And when we had this conversation, it was so beautiful because she understood exactly where I was coming from when I asked the question. And as I stated earlier, I asked this question, and I was thinking about this question because last weekend was my birthday, and I had the opportunity to spend some time with family and friends. And during that moment, each person, while we were sitting around the table, each person, I addressed them individually, and I told them how much I loved them and how much I appreciated them. And as I spoke to each individual, I started thinking about unconditional love. And I started thinking about how important it is when you see people for who they are and their worth and their value, and not just their imperfections. All of us have imperfections. And sometimes when you just talk to yourself about understanding how important it is to be better, then you will understand why it's important to value others. We all are valuable. We all are important. And that's why it's important to work on ourselves. We will never be perfect as long as we are on the earth in the flesh, because the flesh is not perfect. But we can do the work every single day to be accountable, to be responsible, to show unconditional love. So I had to share this with you today because it was on my mind, and I hope that you really, really think about what I'm saying, and please take this seriously, because tomorrow's not promised. So many times people take life for granted and they don't value their time. They waste their time. You can make every moment count for something that's very important so that your words and your actions will live forever. Because all that is good is going to be something that exists forever. All that is good. All that is evil and all that is not good, that's going to fade away. But all that is good is going to exist forever. And love is one of those things that's going to exist forever. So, thank you for taking the time out to listen to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. This topic is is a little touchy for me. When I say touchy, I'm talking about it just makes me think really, really deep about, of course, my mom, and it makes me think about life. What's really important. So if you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email, and make sure you share this episode with someone that needs it, because somebody out there, they're walking around with bitterness and hatred in their heart, and it's just eating them up in the inside. You know, our life should be like a reservoir. When we think the right things, we are restored again. And so walking around with hatred and unforgiveness and resentment, that stuff just it deteriorates you in the inside. So I hope what I said makes the difference in your life and whoever you share this with. Make sure you stay focused on what is good and have a good week. And make sure you subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible. I am there. Share this podcast with others. And lastly, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SBFavor, or you can give at Venmo. And if you are not comfortable using the apps, please contact me on my Facebook page at SB Favorite Thinking Podcast on Facebook. Thank you so much, and you have a good day.